Imagine being thrown into a dark pit filled with hungry lions, their eyes glowing in the darkness, their growls echoing against the stone walls. And the only reason you are there is because you refuse to stop praying to God. This is the powerful story of Daniel, a man whose faith in God was so strong that even a den of lions could not destroy him. Today, we will discover how Daniel's faith turned a death sentence into a miracle that shocked an entire kingdom. Daniel lived during the reign of King Darius. By this time, Daniel was no longer a young man. He had served faithfully in the royal government for many years. King Darius trusted Daniel deeply. Out of 120 governors in the kingdom, Daniel stood out above them all. He was wise, honest, and full of integrity. The Bible tells us that an excellent spirit was in him. Because of this, King Darius planned to place Daniel in charge of the entire kingdom. But not everyone was happy about this. The other officials became jealous. They watched Daniel closely, hoping to find corruption, a mistake, anything that would ruin him. But they found nothing. Daniel was faithful in everything he did. Finally, they realized something important. The only way we can trap Daniel is through his faith in God. The jealous officials gathered together and went to the king with a clever plan. They said, "O King Darius, live forever. All the officials have agreed that you should issue a royal decree." Their request sounded simple. For 30 days, no one in the kingdom should pray to any god or human except the king. Anyone who disobeyed the order would be thrown into the lion's den. Flattered by their loyalty, King Darius agreed. He signed the law according to the unchangeable law of the Medes and Persians, but the officials were smiling secretly. Because they knew one thing about Daniel: he would never stop praying to God. When Daniel learned about the new law, he did something remarkable. He did not panic. He did not hide. Instead, he went to his house, opened his window toward Jerusalem, and knelt down to pray, just as he had done 3 times every day. Daniel thanked God and continued his prayers. He knew the punishment. He knew the danger. But Daniel believed something greater. Faithfulness to God was more important than fear. Meanwhile, the jealous officials were watching. They rushed to the king with their accusation. "Daniel has broken your law," they said. "He is praying to his God." When King Darius heard this, he was deeply troubled. He realized that he had been tricked. Daniel was his most trusted servant. All day long the king tried to find a way to save him. But the law could not be changed. As the sun began to set, the officials returned. "O king, remember the law cannot be altered." With great sadness, King Darius gave the order. Daniel was arrested. He was taken to the lion's den. Before Daniel was thrown inside, the king said something powerful: "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." A large stone was rolled across the entrance. The king sealed it with his own ring. The lion's den was now Daniel's prison. That night was a restless one for King Darius. He refused food. He could not sleep. His mind was filled with worry. But inside the den, something extraordinary happened. God sent an angel. The angel shut the mouths of the lions. The hungry beasts that should have torn Daniel apart sat quietly beside him. Daniel was completely unharmed. God had protected his faithful servant. At the first light of dawn, King Darius hurried to the lion's den. With a trembling voice he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you from the lions?" From the darkness came Daniel's calm reply, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent before him." The king was overwhelmed with joy. Daniel was lifted out of the den. Not a single scratch was found on him, because he trusted in his God. King Darius then issued a new decree throughout the kingdom. Everyone must respect and honor the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, and his kingdom will never be destroyed. Daniel's story reminds us of a powerful truth. Faith in God does not mean we will never face danger, but it means that God is with us even in the darkest places. Just like Daniel in the lion's den, those who remain faithful will witness the power of God. And sometimes, the greatest miracles happen when faith refuses to bow to fear.